This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Forge fans, welcome back to another episode of Forge Daily. Today is July 19th, 2023. I'm your host, Mackenzie Barwell, here to give you all things Forge FC. The team started training a little later in the day. That's why today's episode is coming out slightly late. Practice kicked off at 2:30 as the team is catching a flight to BC tonight at 8 p.m. So it was practice, then team dinner, and then right to the airport. This morning, though, we did something special in honor of our International Game Day happening next Friday on July 28th. With training postponed, we had some extra time, so Malik, Ali, and I made our way over to an authentic Nigerian restaurant downtown. It's called The Taste of Lagos. They will be providing food at the stadium next Friday, so it was only right that we went to check it out. First, we tasted the jollof rice. Then we got into a little Hot Ones interview. I don't know if you've seen that, where they do the spicy chicken wings, but we did a similar style interview where we tasted their spiciest Nigerian chicken without knowing which one was which. It was really, really funny. I checked in with Malik and Ali after practice to ask them about their experience. Here's what they had to say. Describe the food, describe the people. Tell us what it was like this morning.
It was a great experience. As everyone knows, I'm living away from home. And what many of you may not know is that I'm actually of Nigerian descent. So it was nice to have cultural food for me to have here in Hamilton. I don't get the pleasure of my mom cooking it for me as often as I'd like. So it was a great experience going to have some of those food and being reminded of home, kind of. But yeah, they were very lively, very enthusiastic couple of people. But yeah, they showed us a good time, gave us great food, and I think it's a place that not only other players on the team, but other people that listen and live in Hamilton should go to get food.
You mentioned that you couldn't disclose whether or not it was better than your previous experiences because you didn't want to diss your mom's cooking. That still stands, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. In that regard, I was talking about the plantain that me and Ali made.
Okay.
So that one was a bit easier for me to but...
How does your spice tolerance feel after that? Are you still feeling good, or? You seemed pretty unfazed, honestly.
Yeah, all I have to say to that is 4 words: light work, no reaction.
Okay.
Great. They welcomed us into the restaurant, obviously. That was one of the few times that I've tried Nigerian food, and again, it was great. I'm a big fan of jollof rice, any type of rice, but jollof rice is my favorite, so that was really good.
How do you rate your spice tolerance after that?
Going in, I was a little scared. My spice tolerance isn't that great, but after trying their spices and they said that it was pretty spicy, I took care of it, so I'm happy.
You were calm. Yeah. You were calm. But then I saw your eyes watering, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, a little bit watery. My lips were kind of like
burning?
Stinging.
Yeah, same.
For a little bit after, but no, I think I handled it well. I ate the whole chicken, so it's not bad.
And I'll use this as a segue into talking about the FIFA Women's World Cup. I'm so excited. The first matchup for Team Canada is tomorrow against Nigeria at 10:30 p.m. You can also stream these matches on One Soccer if you're already subscribed for watching CPL matches. So in recognition of the Women's World Cup, Pacific FC is hosting a special women's and girls match prior to the game against Forge. They also have special t-shirts for the players to walk out in for both teams, which will be very cool to see. I also spoke to Malik and Ali about the importance of promoting the female game within the CPL.
Yeah, I think the CPL right now is a men's league, obviously, and in the future, hopefully we can have a women's league that's similar to the CPL, a Canadian-owned. I think there's one in the works. So yeah, I have 2 sisters, obviously. So it's been my whole life where I've kind of rooted for women in sports, and having an International Women's Day or supporting the World Cup that's for the women is great.
Do they play soccer?
They used to, not anymore. They didn't really have the passion for it like I did.
Okay,
but no, they're good athletes.
I feel like, especially here in Canada, the female game is very important to Canadian soccer. What they've done at the Women's World Cup is very impressive. They've won the last one and they go and compete every time they go. So yeah, it's definitely something that needs to be shed light upon. I feel like as it's growing in the men's game and even here with the CPL, the women's game is also growing. So it's good for that to kind of be brought to the forefront to inspire the next generation of women's players.
Okay, I didn't get to ask you this at practice the other day, but Canadian female soccer GOAT, who is it?
The Canadian one is obviously Christine Sinclair.
That's a classic.
But my personal favourites on the women's national team would be Olivia Smith and Jade Rose.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is there a matchup that you're looking forward to watching for the World Cup this year?
I can't say in particular. It'll be nice to watch Canada and England if they go against each other again, because it was a close game, a competitive game the last time they played just before the World Cup started. But honestly, I'm just excited to watch Olivia Smith do her thing.
She's 18, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. That's all for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. As always, Behind the Beard is up and live on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts if you haven't already had a listen. Tomorrow, we will take an inside look at the pre-match press conference as the team will be out in BC. So thanks again for listening, and I will talk to you then.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.